Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Emerald Downs. It's Beer and Food Truck Festival Day at the races. Today's track condition is fast. It's a fast track for today's racing. Here now are the changes, corrections, and scratches for this afternoon's racing program. In the first race today, a distance of 6 furlongs, number 1, White Peony's been scratched. Scratch number 1, White Peony. In the second race, a distance of 5 1/2 furlongs, number 3, Chances Taken, has been scratched. Scratch number 3, Chances Taken. Also scratch number 5, Gentleman's Club. Scratch number 5, Gentleman's Club. In the third race today, a distance of a mile, number 2, Bluegrass Lent, will race with blinkers on. Blinkers on, number 2, Bluegrass Lent. In the fourth race today, a distance of 5 furlongs, number 3, She's a Lethal One, has been scratched. Scratch, number 3, She's a Lethal One. Number 6, Jess Mo Money, will race without blinkers. No blinkers for number 6, Jess Mo Money. In the fifth race today, a distance of 5 1/2 furlongs, there are no changes in the fifth. In the sixth race today, a distance of 6 furlongs, number 4, Wave with Envy, has been scratched. Scratch, number 4, Wave with Envy. Number 8, Coastal Journey, a change of rider. Make the jockey Alyssa Morales. Alyssa Morales to ride number 8, Coastal Journey. In the seventh race today, a distance of 1 mile, number 4, Senor Tequilas, has been scratched. Scratch, number 4, Senor Tequilas. And in the eighth and final race today, a distance of 5 1/2 furlongs, there are no changes in the eighth. Those are the changes, corrections, and scratches for today's racing program. Post time for the opener coming up in 37 minutes. Up next, it's Handicapper's Corner.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Handicappers Corner time here at Emerald Downs. Joe Withy along with track announcer Tom Harris. The calendar has turned to August, and some Long Acres Mile possibles are in action today at Emerald Downs, our 7th and featured race this afternoon, of course, headed by Slew's Tiz Whiz, Tom.
Yeah, I think all eyes on Slew's Tiz Whiz, but it'll be a pretty competitive race. Slew's Tiz Whiz been wanting that mile distance, I think, all season long, so he's finally going to get it today. Maybe a little sneak preview of the Long Acres Mile. This certainly fits into the prep race category.
Yeah, he has won the mile 2022 and 2/3 in the mile, and let's face it, we've got shippers every year. That is no easy race. Slew's Tiz Whiz has raced into Washington history, multiple Washington Horse of the Year titles, multiple Horse of the Meeting titles, and yeah, he gets to go a mile. And Capit Daddy, certainly an interesting runner in there. Boy, he has put up some fast times since late last meeting.
Absolutely. He and Chuckanut Bay been going at it, and they've really put on some nice shows here. And that last race was very impressive by Capit Daddy, who just turned away Chuckanut Bay, who's practically owned the 6.5 furlong distance here at Emerald Downs. Here's a look at that race, Joe, as they turn for home. And these two, it's just a match race from here.
Yeah, well, they, as you mentioned, those two, Chuckanut Bay had won the first 2 meetings this year and had a tremendous sprint streak of victories here at the track other than stakes. But Capit Daddy turned him away, and they were well out in front of everyone else. So Capit Daddy gets his first win of the meeting and his 3rd outstanding effort in a row. Now, he hasn't gone 2 turns as of yet, so that's the question.
Well, that'll be a big question, of course, but we'll find out a little bit later on today. 6.5 to a mile, 2 turns, that's always a big extra step to take.
Yeah, possible number of these could nominate to the Long Acres Mile. Those nominations do close tomorrow, August 2nd. Ron DeLito is an accomplished stake horse from Hastings. He gets to go 2 turns. He's not talking. Number 5 in here for Doug McPhee won our Derby last year, and in doing so, pulled away from See That Tiger fairly easily in that distance race. So he has proven around 2 turns, and Veritas Aquitas, just a huge victory his last race.
Yeah, just an old, a tough gamer, and all of those that you just ticked off there, they've all got excellent resumes. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see how this funnels into shape here coming up to Long Acres Mile Day.
Yep, nominations close tomorrow for the Mile Championship Sunday, August 16th. 6 stakes races on that particular day, and we've got a lot going on up until then. We previously saw that the Washington Thoroughbred Hall of Fame, traditionally the day before the mile, once again this year, Saturday, August 15th will be Hall of Fame induction day. We'll start a little bit earlier for that, before the first race. The Railbird Rally will be back on Mile Day as well, and of course that is the 16th. And that'll be starting at noon. Starting at noon and going till 1:30, a little bit before the first race. And we'll have some drink and food specials out there, some trivia questions, some interviews for sure of mile principals. But next Saturday, a week from today, Breakfast at the Wire returns. Vince and I will be hosting that. Vince Brune, our Director of Media Relations. And we'll have plenty of guests there. Now, there is a complimentary breakfast item and coffee provided at Breakfast at the Wire, 9 to 10:30 a.m. next Saturday, and also on the 15th. So a couple of Breakfast at the Wire shows coming up, and basically right about where we're sitting here, Tom, right by the Paddock Grill. So interviews there, information. We'll have some raffle tickets passed out. So those of you that have attended in the past, boy, we've got a lot of regular attendees of that particular program. And it's an hour later this year than it has been in the past. Yeah, that might help.
It might. And you know what? The track is still open for training right around that time. So you're going to get a bird's eye view of the horses galloping by. And it's just a terrific atmosphere for sure.
And today we have food trucks and a beer fest going on.
Absolutely, right out in the park area, all kinds of food specials, Joe. And we've got live music out there, the Brian Ney Band out there on the stage. So the festival is going to run through tomorrow as well. And also tomorrow, Joe, the running of the Rainiers is back.
That's right.
Yeah, we haven't. That's never happened here.
No.
At Emerald Downs, but you recall back in the Long Acres day when they had the running of the Rainiers.
Yeah, they broke from the gate, and Rainier Beer filmed a commercial at Long Acres and ran that. They had real clever advertising back there in the 80s, including the running of the Rainiers at the racetrack.
Yeah.
So
beer bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah, but beer bottles with legs.
And cans this year, too.
And cans, okay.
Okay, well, we have 8 races today, a fast track, and a little cooler than yesterday, no problem. Fillies and Mares kick things off in race number 1 at 6 furlongs. It's a non-winners of 3 condition. Scratch number 1, White Peony. 1 is out, 4 are in. Tom.
I went to Drury here, Joe, the 3-horse to kick things off. This one just continues to improve. I think maybe rising to the task now. Kevin Krieger will have the assignment here for Drury. I put that one on top. Betty Lute, the second selection. You know, been off a year, but the workouts look pretty good for that one coming back here. And Savita, the 4, rounds out my top 3. So I went 3, 2, 4.
Okay, no Janie in there for you. I'm going to put Janie on top. She has won 2 out of 4, which is a nice winning percentage. And she won first time going a mile last time out. That's always a little added bonus to your resume. Now, she doesn't have a ton of early speed. You know, your Betty Lute might just be able to set the pace in there. But Janie has been real competitive. I'll give her a slight nod. Tom goes with the 3 Drury in race 1. Let's go to the second race, 3-year-olds and up, another non-winners of 3 condition. Couple scratches in here. Take out 3 and 5.
3 and 5 are out of it,
yeah.
Joe. So that sends us back to the old racing form to kind of reevaluate the situation. I ended up with number 4, Convey to Me here. This is just another class dropper in this race, and it has a pretty good early step to offer. So I ended up with a 4, 6, and 1 here.
Okay, yep, that's exactly what I saw as well after the scratches. Convey to Me has a sprint win at Turf Paradise and at Emerald Downs this year. The barn, Charles Essex barn, is going great. And, yeah, good chance for another win there with leading rider Silvio Amador. Third race starts that jackpot pick 6, and I failed to mention that earlier, but look at that carryover now, Tom. It's up to $37,000, and you know, you can play it any way you wish, but 10 cents gets you 1 horse per race, which is fairly inexpensive in 2026 America. So 10-cent jackpot pick 6, races 3 through 8 today.
Yeah, that jackpot certainly building nicely, and maybe hits north of the $40,000 mark here today. We'll see. We'll find out a little bit later, but third race kicks that off. Bluegrass Lint for me in this one, Joe, number 2. This one finishing well in the last race of this sort. They're also going to put the blinkers on here today. So I've got Bluegrass Lint with Alex Cruz here, 2, 5, and 3.
2, 5, 3. Okay, yeah, Bluegrass Lint, certainly one of the top contenders. I'm going to take Lucky Code. He was, yes, outrun by number 5 Creative Union in this race, one of his foes in this race 2 weeks ago. But Lucky Code, you could say maybe he needed that race a little bit. He was pressured up front, and it was his first 2-turn race of the year, so I think he'll benefit from that. Lucky Code likes a mile. Blake Nunnally aboard for Scott Freeman. Let's turn to the 4th race, and we've got 2-year-old maiden fillies here. Scratch the 3. Couple of first-time starters. Number 1, Out Till Midnight, and number 5, Spicy Corona Rita.
Yeah, these are always fun little dashes, aren't they? You know, these 5/8 mile sprints. I went to St. Indy, the 4-horse here in this race, just missed in the last one. Going to square off against much the same. But, you know, Spicy Coronita doesn't look badly either, coming in with some excellent works for the debut run. I went 4, 5, and 2 just like you did, Joe.
Okay. Yeah, 4, 5, and 2. Those are our picks for the fourth race. St. Indy was really flying at the finish there in his career or her career debut for trainer Howard Gibson. The fifth race is another 2-year-old maiden race, maiden special weight conditions. 3 first-time starters, 1, 2, and 7, all run for the first time. And, of course, not a lot of experience from the ones that have. Cape Royal, the 6, has run twice. How do you see it, Tom?
School of Hard Knocks, just
Okay.
because I like the name. How many times have we said that? You know, School of Hard Knocks checks in, closing nicely in the debut run. I think if he can come in here and build upon that effort that he showed us the last time, I think he could be very tough here. Got the Riz is a horse that we haven't seen yet. This will be a first time we'll get a look at that one. Good works from Strong Connections, George Tadaro and Tom Wenzel. Boy, what a meet they've had. 4, 7, and 6, my picks here.
Okay. Yeah, I did put Got the Riz on top. He's by Epicenter, a young stallion by Not This Time. And Epicenter's doing just fine early in his stallion career. The Dam only ran 3 times, but she won a stake up at Hastings. And she's produced 3 winners from 5 previous runners. And he's in the Tom Wenzel barn. As we know, Tom Wenzel's won the Gottstein 4 of the last 5 years, Tom.
Yeah, he's had a sensational season here. And, of course, his owner, George Tadaro, they bring top-notch horses to the meet every year.
Yep. Okay, a couple of 2-year-old races there, the 4th and 5th. The 6th race, the Elysian Brewing Purse at 6 furlongs, 3- and 4-year-olds in this one. This is a good handicapping test. Scratch the 4. That was the morning line favorite, Wave with Envy. Who do you like?
Well, with the scratch of that one, I land on Eddie Coyle, number 1 in this race, breaking from the inside post. This one has put up 2 solid efforts so far, draws that inside rail position. Perhaps for a plus today, Kevin Krieger will get the leg up. I went 1, 3, and 6 here in the 6th.
Okay, we've got some little different opinions there, but I do like Eddie Coyle to run big. Why not? He's got a win in a second in 2 starts. I did go Oneonta, the 3-year-old from the Howard Gibson barn, who, what's his record? 2 for 4, a second and a third in his young racing career, all at this meeting. He came back very quickly and won his second start and really won that race pretty easily. I know he's stepping up in class, but the racing game is working out for Oneonta. Talia Timontois back up for Howie Gibson there. And that 10-1 morning line will come down a little bit because of the scratch of the morning line favorite. Let's go to that 7th race, the Muckleshoot Casino Resort Purse at a mile. What's going to happen?
You know, I just got to give the nod to Slew's Tiz Whiz. I think this distance is right in his wheelhouse. He draws the inside post. I wouldn't expect him to go right out to the pace or anything. That's just not really his style. He kind of likes to lay back and evaluate things a little bit, but he should really shine at this distance. Frank Alvarado has the call. You know, I had a chance to talk to Jose Zanino, used to be the jockey, of course, for Slew's Tiz Whiz earlier this morning. And, you know, Jose still gallops Slew's Tiz Whiz. And he says, you know, he's just a nice horse, and he's really, you know, coming up to that point where he should enjoy this type of a situation here today. I said, Jose, any chance you getting back on? He said, not at 140.
Yeah, 140 pounds. Yeah.
Well,
I think I mentioned it earlier or yesterday maybe. Slew's Tiz Whiz has earned more money at the 1 mile distance than the rest of these horses have earned in their career. There's one thing. Another thing is, he's been beaten a couple of times this year. See That Tiger happens to be 7 for 8 in sprint races in his career. He is just a great sprinter. See That Tiger.
Yeah.
And a third thing, Slew's Tiz Whiz did just not get away from the gate well in the Governors. And he had a whole lot to do with See That Tiger stroking away out on the lead without tax code breaking well either. So see that Tiger took advantage of all that, and he's a great sprinter. He won easily. Slew's Tiz Whiz was compromised from the start, and we know the mile, he can do it. So, yeah, we're both on Slew's Tiz Whiz to win a couple of weeks before this year's Long Acres Mile. Eighth and final, 3-year-olds and up, non-winners at 2 at 5.5. This will complete that jackpot pick 6 and the rest of the multi-races.
You know, Joe Kyalem has just missed in the last couple of efforts. I mean, he's really practically run a winner's race in those 2 efforts, and he just came up a little short. I'm going to give him the nod here today. He draws the inside post position here at 5.5. Silvio Amador won 3 yesterday, last night rather. So Kyalem for me, Shiny Orb's a horse I think maybe coming to task a little bit, but I went 1, 4, and 3.
Okay, yep, I put Kyalem on top as well. He's coming back in a week, but boy, he's been stringing good efforts together. We think he can do it again. All right, 8 races at Emerald Downs today. Some great food and beverage out in the park with the food trucks and the beer festival. That'll go on today and tomorrow. Have a great Saturday here at Emerald Downs. Coming up on racing, the first race at Emerald Downs is just 10 minutes away, and it's an 8-race card today. We've got some possible Long Acres Mile nominees in race 7. Looking forward to the afternoon. Joe Withey along with John Lindley. John puts out the Parker's sheet, and he has for many decades. It's available at our customer service center. Program stands for just $2. John's going to give away a few bits of information from the sheet today.
When do you think the last time Slew's Tiz Whiz ran on a Saturday was? It's been a long time, probably.
Yeah, that's very possible. He's has been in a couple allowances the last few years, but at a mile, I'm expecting a big race from him today. You know, one thing Tom Wenzel said about him every year is that he is just a great competitor. He gives it his all out there.
Yeah, and his last race, even though he couldn't threaten the winner, he didn't get out of the gate cleanly that day, but he was able to outfinish the rest of the field. And of course, he draws a favorable 1-hole today and is in against some company. He deservedly should be the favorite there.
Yep. Okay, let's take a look at the runners for race number 1. This is a filly and mare sprint at 6 furlongs. Non-winners at 3. Scratch number 1. Betty Lute is number 2. Rosie Simpkins runner, who had a nice victory here last year. She only ran 3 times last year, and when she did win, she was right up on the lead, and the others in here don't necessarily are known for going to the front.
Not at all, and as you mentioned, she did go wire to wire in her second start. Her first start, she chased a pretty hot pace and got a little tired. What she expected to be was 50-1 that day, and then her first start as a 3-year-old, she did the same thing, but she did win her debut right up near the lead. She has a decent workout pattern. She's been off a while. We'll see, but if you're looking for a horse that's going to be leading early into the turn, she would be it.
Betty Lute. Yeah, just 8 races in her career, but a couple of sprint wins. There she is by Lute's Gift. And this is her first start in about a year. Once again, she hasn't raced since July of last year. Blake Nunnally aboard, and Nunnally just having a really fine Emerald Downs season, his first full season. He's winning at close to 18%. There's number 3, Drewy, and she's kind of been knocking on the door a little bit. Second last time out.
And she showed speed in both of her starts here this year, which you mentioned right off the bat. This kind of field is lacking, so I would guess the connections would be pretty aggressive with her and try to get her right up near Betty Lute. And she did run a nice second. Now, it was 6 weeks ago, but she's fresh here, which is also a positive. We'll see if she's in contention right from the get-go.
Kevin Krieger back on Drewy for Dale Kohler. Behind her is Savita, dappled gray by Cupid. Ellen Bozell runner. She ran a couple of times in May, a 3rd and a 4th.
Yeah, in that third place, she got a good trip. Last race, which was back in late May, she broke slow. It was a wet track. She never really got into contention. This is a slightly easier company. Again, has shown a hint of speed on occasion. We'll see if they can get in contention here.
Yeah, she won her only career victory. She's actually just a one-time winner. She won going a mile right up on the lead last year. And outside Janie, who sports a nice 2-for-4 win mark.
Yeah, and her last race was an impressive route. She just, broke good, sat good, and was able to draw off and hold off a closer there. And she has a hint of speed. The race before, she had some trouble in that race when chasing Kinky Moon and such. That outside draw means she'll get clear sailing.
Leading rider Silvio Amador is 1-for-1 aboard Janie in the barn of Alexis Silva Martinez. To the track for the Olympic Eagle purse.
That's Dan Harrington's call to post for the first race today. The first race, a distance of 6 furlongs. It's the Olympic Eagle Purse. Claiming event, purse of $9,500 for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward. Reminder that number 1, White Peony's been scratched, scratch number 1. Post time coming up in 5 minutes for the opener. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd like to direct your attention to the Michelob Ultra Winners Circle, where we welcome Mr. Dan Harrington, the track bugler here at Emerald Downs. And at this time, we ask that you please rise if able and kindly remove your hats for today's national anthem. That's Dan Harrington.
Coming up on race number 1 at Emerald Downs, 6 furlong sprint, non-winners at 3. There's a look at one of our competitors in here, Savita. John Lindley and myself are both going to go in Janie's direction. The 2 for 4. She's done a couple of good things. Won her career debut, one first time going a mile. The pace, she could be off the pace. It could be fast, it could be slow. But accomplished in this group, being 2 for 4. Tom Harris, our track announcer, makes his selection in the first.
Thank you, Joe. I'm going to give the edge to Drury, number 3 in this race. Kevin Krieger has the assignment here. Drury at 7-2 right now. This is one that just continues to improve off the last couple of efforts here. Has only had the 2 starts this season, but she's bettered herself in each of those 2 outings off of last year's form. I think she could be ready now. I'll put Drury on top here. Second, Betty Lute. Has been off a year, but those recent workouts look pretty good. Nice workout pattern. She was a stakes contender a few years back. Betty Lute, my second pick, and Savita, one you just mentioned with Alex Cruz. I go 3, 2, and 4 here in the first.
Tom is on the 3, John and I on number 5, Janie in race 1.
And the horses have reached the starting gate. Post time for the first. Betty Lute, the first one to go in. Drury will move in right alongside. That'll take us to Savita. Janie will make up the cast. And the band of 4 will be on their way in the first. Olympic Eagle purse all set. And runners away. Off in tightly knit fashion, Betty Lute got a good start. From between horses comes Drury, prompted with Janie to the outside. Savita's going to back out of it early as they kick midway up the back stretch. And from the inside, Betty Lute just in front. Alongside comes Drury, those 2 strides apart. Janie is situated third to the outside, 2.5 clear of Savita at the tail. The quartet takes it into the far turn. 22:31 opening fraction. And now Drury puts ahead in front. Betty Lute is at the rail, and Janie is shadowing the leaders from the outside. Then it's back to Savita, who begins to pick up the running now with a quarter mile to go. They run to the top of the stretch and round the turn and head for home. Drury at the inside, just in front. Janie is chasing Betty Lute at the inside third, and Savita middle of the racetrack. Deep stretch they come. Drury leads the charge, but here comes Savita. Savita goes racing by, and Savita will take the opener, clear by 2.5. Drury was second, Janie finishing third, and Betty Lute time on the board, 1 minute 11 and 55 100ths. Your attention, trainers Ian Jewell and Jorge Rosales. Contact the claims clerk, please. Ian Jewell and Jorge Rosales, contact the claims clerk, please. Unofficial order of finish appears on the totalizator board for the first race today. Finishing first, it was number 4, Savita. Second came number 3, Drewy. Third was number 5, Janie. And fourth, number 2, Betty Lute. Once again, the running time was 1 minute 11 and 55 100ths. First race today, the Olympic Eagle Purse. Results official in the Michelob Ultra Winners Circle, Savita. Savita is owned by Alan Bozell and Mike Phillips, trained by Alan Bozell. Alex Cruz in the saddle for the win. Savita is a 5-year-old gray or roan mare by Cupid. From Unifier, she was sired by Deputy Minister. Bred here in Washington by Greg and Teresa Luce. Here's a look at the prices for the first race. Winner number 4, Savita, $5.68 to win, $2.82 on the place. There was no show wagering. Number 3, Drewy, $3.16 to place. Third, number 5, Janie. The exacta, $8.02. 50-cent trifecta, $6.16. The 10-cent super, $1.35. Coming up, the second race today, it's the Budweiser Purse at 5 1/2 furlongs. Note the late rider change, number 2, Moro Moro. Make the jockey Alyssa Morales. Alyssa Morales to ride number 2, Moro Moro. Number 3, Chances Taken, has been scratched. Scratch number 3. Number 5, Gentleman's Club, also scratched. Scratch number 5. Post time for the second race. Coming up at 2:18, just over 20 minutes until post time. And race fans, the sun is coming out now this weekend. And in the park area, we've got the Beer and Food Truck Festival. That's going on right now. There's great food, beer specials, live music with the Brian Ney Band. They're on the stage now. The festival continues tomorrow. Plus, we'll have the return of the Running of the Rainiers. That's going to be on the racetrack right here tomorrow at Emerald Downs. You don't want to miss it. A lot of fun, food, music, entertainment, great specials, all right here. Post time tomorrow's 1:50. And ladies and gentlemen, there was a claim in the first race today. Number 5, Janie, was claimed. The new owner, Julie Hebden. The new trainer, Jorge Rosales. Number 5, Janie, claimed from the first race. Hey fans, you can be a VIP for a day. Tomorrow we're having a suite party. Enjoy a day in our 6th floor suites with the best views of the races and, of course, Mount Rainier. Lunch will feature our chef's favorite selections. You must be 21 years of age or older. Only 60 tickets available. It's just $65 per person. That includes admission program, tip sheet, lunch buffet. All taxes and services are included. Only a few spots remain. Get your tickets today at EmeraldDowns.com.
Coming up on race number 2, the Elysian Brewing Lookout and Cigar Bar, just over the top of my head back there, right above the paddock, a beautiful spot. Of course, they had a nice promotion a couple of weeks ago, but the Cigar Bar open each and every racing day. Some televisions out there, some food and beverage services and wagering services as well. And today, and this weekend, today and tomorrow, food trucks out in the park area. So take advantage of that. In fact, I've got the names of those food trucks. Yeah, we've got a taco truck, everything baked potato, original Philly, Lucas Southern barbecue, and just a pizza my mind out in the park area today and tomorrow at Emerald Downs. Well, let's take a look at the runners for race number 2. And again, the third race today is going to start that jackpot pick 6 wager. And it's definitely worth a ticket. The carryover exceeds $37,000 now. All right, a field of 4. We have a couple scratches out of the second. Simon Cito is the 1, Oregon-bred 8-year-old, and he's looking for his first Emerald Downs win. He almost got it 3 weeks ago here. Really good effort at a mile, John Lindley, and he's turning back in distance today.
Yeah, as you mentioned, he was 18-1 that day, and he was able to set a relatively slow pace going 25-1. We don't see too many 25-1 first quarter miles in routes, but he was able to, and he held on for a good third. Now, his previous sprints weren't quite as good, but he does come off a big effort. He does cut back to 5.5, and he has done okay in Oregon at those shorter distances. It's been a while since he won, but his last race was his best race, so maybe he's coming around to a win. We'll see.
Yep, good effort going a mile. Alex Cruz is up today, and Cruz has had some good production of late here at Emerald Downs. Not surprising, 5-time leading jockey at this track. Alex Cruz aboard for Shelley Crow on Simon Cito. And this is a non-winners of 3. He does have 3 career victories, and there are some races around the fair circuits that don't count against your qualifying conditions. Number 2, Moro Moro, off a bit of a break, not too long, since May, down at Los Alamitos. And how about a win last December and a win in March down there, and both times he won, he was real close early.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, when you're ever in Southern California and you're near the lead, you got to be pretty quick at Los Al to get the lead in those races. There's usually Santa Anita horses that chip in, and of course the Los Al local horses. Now he's been off a little bit. It appears last race he had some trouble, but he does have pretty good tactical speed. He might be a step quicker than Convey to Me, he may not. We'll just see here, and we'll see if he can fit at this level. Kind of an unknown.
Yep. Jose Rodriguez, first-time Emerald Downs runner. Moro Moro by Gradar out of a Giants Causeway mare in the barn of Gary Greiner. So just last raced a couple of months ago down in Southern Cal. Scratch number 3. Number 4 is Convey to Me. He's got a sprint win at Emerald Downs this year. He's got a sprint win at Turf Paradise this year.
Yeah, in his last race, he got involved in a hot speed duel and set it up for closers. But of the 2 horses that were in the duel, he actually held on best. Now he's dropping way down in price here. He has good tactical speed. He's run from off the lead. He's run well from on the lead. A lot of positives here. He'll be a big favorite here, and we'll see if he can get the job done.
Yep. Just Conrad Meadows has a couple wins at the meeting. He was right in the hunt with him. Mr. Executive, a couple wins at the meeting, right there with him. So that drop in class you mentioned should make him pretty tough today. Silvio Amador, his regular rider, is aboard for Charles Essex. Convey to Me, a gray by Conveyance. And Conveyance passed away a few years ago, but his presence certainly being felt at Emerald Downs this year. His sons and daughters have performed well. He's had 3 first-time starter winners. And Convey to Me, another winner from Conveyance. Scratch the 5, Gentlemen's Club. So Lord of Light is on the outside, and I know I picked him, maybe not in his first start here last year, but maybe his second, because he did run on pretty well in his first start, coming in on a winning streak from Oregon Fairs, and he's coming in on that same type of schedule this year.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly in that race, he broke a couple steps slowly. The one that he ran a close third in, coming off several wins down in Oregon. He comes in off, pretty tough allowance races down in Oregon. Those horses, they're knocking heads with each other. He draws a perfect post for his style, and he has going to get a good stalking trip here. I can see a lot of people looking his way.
Lord of Light has 7 career wins. And again, just 2 starts at Emerald Downs. Those both came last summer. He's in the barn of Francisco Rodriguez, Blake Nunnally, to ride Lord of Light, who he can pass horses and has been tactical. Has a win earlier this year at Grants Pass, and a big year last year with 4 wins. There he is, Chestnut by Lord Nelson. All right, 4 horses out in the walking ring. This is the second race at 5.5 furlongs, and we'll be on the track shortly.
And the horses take the track for the second race today. It's the Budweiser Purse at 5.5 furlongs. A claiming event, purse of $8,500 for 3-year-olds and upward. Note the rider change for number 2, Moro Moro. His pilot now Alyssa Morales. And a reminder that number 3, Chances Taken, has been scratched. Also scratched number 5, Gentleman's Club. Post time in less than 5 minutes. And ladies and gentlemen, here's an update of changes for the balance of the racing program today. Reminder, looking ahead to the third race, that number 2, Bluegrass Lent, will race with the blinkers on the 2 in the third race. In the fourth race today, number 1, Out Till Midnight, will now carry 1 pound over. Number 2, Express Girl, will carry 2 pounds over. Reminder that number 3, She's a Lethal One, has been scratched. Number 5, Spicy Coronita, will carry 3 pounds over. Number 6, Jesmo Money will race without blinkers. No blinkers for number 6. Also looking ahead to the 5th race, owner note for number 1, Bolt Action Bow. The owner should be listed as Greener Pasture Stables. Number 3, Riker's Heat will carry 1 pound over. Number 5, Cracking Up 1 over. Number 6, Cape Royal 1 pound over. In the 6th race, a reminder that number 4, Wave with Envy, has been scratched. Also in that race, number 7, Chris's Gold, has a recent workout not listed in the daily racing form or the track program. That workout on the 27th of July here at Emerald Downs, 3 furlongs on the fast track, the time 36-1 breezing. That workout does not appear in the racing form or the program for number 7, Chris's Gold, in the 6th race. Also in that race, number 8, Coastal Journey, to be ridden by Alyssa Morales, 4 pounds over. And a reminder, in the 7th race, number 4, Senor Tequilas, has been scratched. Those are the updated changes for the balance of today's racing program.
Race number 2 at Emerald Downs, 5.5 furlong sprint. More pick 3 and rolling double action starting right here. And again, that jackpot pick 6 wager starts in the 3rd race today. Let's do the 2nd. Let's go up to Tom for his selection here in race 2.
That's right, Joe. That jackpot well over 37,000 as we kick that jackpot pick 6 off in the 3rd race today, so that's coming up shortly. 2nd race here, I'll go to number 4, Convey to Me. This one, a class dropper into this race, a decent early step to offer with the defections of the 3 and the 5. I think that gives Convey to Me a pretty big chance here. I go 4, 6, and 1 here in the 2nd.
Okay, Convey to Me. Yep, class dropper in here. And Dynamic Morning Line has her right around 1 to 2, possibly a little less. John Lindley.
Yeah, he looks pretty tough to get past. His last race, as I mentioned, he forced a super hot pace for the level and paid the price late. Today's pace I don't think will be as quick, and that big drop in price, tells me the Connections are trying to get a third win, and he should.
Yeah, he's had a pretty good year. Wins at 2 different tracks, sprint wins, other placings. I'm with you guys. We all are on number 4, Convey to Me in race 2.
And the horses have reached the starting gate. Post time for the second. Field just about set to load for the second race at 5.5 furlongs. It is the Budweiser Purse. Simon Cito, first one to go forward. Now comes Moro Moro and Alyssa Morales. Convey to Me, the gray with the breakaway blanket, steps up. Lord of Light, outside post. They are in the gate. And runners away. Good start for all from the inside. Simon Cito stepped quick at the get. Moro Moro runs right with that one from the outside. Then we go back to Convey to Me third. Lord of Light on the outside next, less than a half mile away. They race on for the far turn, and Simon Cito pulls away 3 parts to lead it. Moro Moro right behind in second. Convey to Me, the gray is closing in now from the outside third, but has dead aim on the leader. There goes Convey to Me now. The Convey to Me is sent right to the front. Lord of Light back of the trio with a quarter mile to go. They run to the top of the stretch. Simon Cito is at the inside. Convey to Me from the outside. Those two off the turn together. They've a final furlong to go. Simon Cito's at the inside. Convey to Me gets a little urging now as they charge down the stretch. Simon Cito and Convey to Me. Convey to Me, Simon Cito. Two of them hit the line together. Photo finish in the second. Lord of Light back third and Moro Moro. Running time was 1:04 and 32 100ths. Your attention, trainers Jose Puentes, Howie Gibson, and Jorge Rosales. Contact the claims clerk, please. Photo shows number 1, Simon Cito, the winner. Number 4, Convey to Me, was second. Number 6, Lord of Light, finishing third. Number 2, Moro Moro, fourth. Once again, the running time was 1:04 and 22 100ths. The second race today was the Budweiser Purse. Into the Michelob Ultra winner's circle, it's Simon Cito. Owned by Joseph Budenich, trained by Shelley Crow, score that a riding double with back-to-back wins for jockey Alex Cruz. Simon Cito's an 8-year-old chestnut gelding. By returning from Don't Laugh at Me, she was sired by Mahogany Hall. Bred in Oregon by Jesse Jose Alvarez. Here's a look at the payoffs for the second race. Winner number one, the long shot winner, Simon Cito, $27.06 on the win ticket, $4.66 to place. No show wagering in that second race. Number 4, Convey to Me, $2.10 on the place ticket. Number 6, Lord of Light, finishes third. Number 2, Moro Moro, was fourth in the race, winning exacta $24.61. The early double paid $35.50. 50-cent trifecta, $19.29. The 10-cent super, $3.50. We heard the bell sound in the winner's circle. Every time we hear the bell, we know that a donation has been made to the Thoroughbred Aftercare Program. And a reminder that we'll hear that periodically throughout the day. All donations are greatly appreciated. Special thanks to the Winning Connections for their donations today to the Thoroughbred Aftercare Program. And ladies and gentlemen, we had 2 claims in the second race today. Number 4, Convey to Me, was claimed. The new owners, Jose Puentes and Veronica Munoz. The new trainer, Jose Puentes. Once again, number 4, Convey to Me, was claimed in the second race. Number 6, Lord of Light, was also claimed. The new owner, Gene Heredia. Elucid Flores Sandoval, Ileana Thompson, the new trainer, Jorge Rosales. Number 6, Lord of Light, claimed out of the second race. Coming up, the third race today, it's a distance of 1 mile. Happy birthday, Justin Parker Purse. Number 2, Bluegrass Lint, will race with blinkers on. Post time for the third race, coming up at 2:48. 19 minutes until post time. Fans, don't forget, last night was our final Fab Friday night of the season. But fear not the end of Fab Friday fun. Starting Saturday, August the 8th, it'll be Super Saturday. All your favorite Fab Friday specials will move to Super Saturday, including free admission with your Fab Friday shirt and the $1,000 horseshoe toss. Fab Fridays now, Super Saturday, starting Saturday, August 8th. Be sure to make way out to the park today. Enjoy the Beer and Food Truck Festival. There's great food, beer specials, live music with the Brian Ney Band. The festival continues tomorrow. Plus, tomorrow we'll have the return of the Running of the Rainiers. The Running of the Rainiers race on the track here at Emerald Downs tomorrow. Don't miss it. Post time's 1:50.
Race number 3 coming up at Emerald Downs, 1 mile in the Happy Birthday Justin Parker purse. We'll second that. Happy birthday to Justin Parker today at Emerald Downs. Sun's coming out, and races 3 through 8 remaining. That means the jackpot pick 6. And yeah, if you're unfamiliar with it, you get 6 horses on your ticket, 1 per race for just 10 cents. If you happen to use 2 horses, I did the math wrong on that. Let's see. 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. $6.40 for 2 horses a race.
Yeah,
That's
no
not
doubt.
bad.
No, and it's a fun bet too, because if you are live, you get a little action going toward the end for a good payoff, and we'll see how it heads today. A lot of money in the pool.
And you can put 5 horses. You can go all in a race, and you can single a horse. You can do whatever you want as far as race by race. You add it up at the end. It's usually not very expensive because it starts at 10 cents. Anyway, nobody's won the wager, been the single ticket holder in several weeks, so we're up to 37,000 in the carryover pool. And usually it takes a couple of semi-price horses to be the single ticket holder, but it's certainly possible.
Yeah, and you just look at the second race. We had a big favorite there that lost by a nose, and if you were, didn't go too deep and you threw the one in off his best route there, and you'd be alive, and a lot of other people wouldn't be. So
That's right. Okay, 10 cent jackpot pick 6 starts right here. Races 3 through 8, big carryover. And if you hit 6 out of 6, you're going to get paid for sure. If you're the only ticket holder, you're going to get the big portion, the jackpot part of the pool. So just a few dollars towards some action for the rest of the afternoon. Let's look at the horses. Lucky Code can run a mile, John. He just ran a mile. Creative Union and Bluegrass Lent finished ahead of him. He's going up against those 2 today.
yeah, he draws the favorable rail. In last race, he held on relatively well for his first try around 2 turns, and now that he's inside, of course, he's probably committed to the lead. There is other early speed in this race, but he has a right to continue to improve off of that, and most likely will be the leader into the first turn. We'll see, though.
Yeah, third behind a couple of his foes today. He just kind of turned into a 2-turn horse, although he's had some decent sprints in his career as well. Scott Freeman, runner, broke his maiden here at Emerald Downs, and he has just 2 career victories. This is a non-winner of 3 conditions, so that's where he fits in. And he's got that rail to save ground. Blake Nunnally back aboard for Scott Freeman on Lucky Code. Bluegrass Lent, a couple of seconds at the meeting, 1 in a sprint, and that most recent race at a mile.
Yeah, in that race, I had him bumped at the start. He lost the length. He was 3 wide on both turns, and today he moves inside, and as you mentioned, adds the blinkers here. He's got a nice stalking style, but he has also won well on the lead. We'll see what the connections do there, but I think it was a little better than Looks Effort last time.
Okay, yeah, second at the distance. That was his first try at a flat mile. Blinkers on for Patty Laney. Alex Cruz continues to ride. Field of 5 in the first leg of the jackpot pick 6 wager. Number 3 is Let's Go Champ, and he just made his first start in more than a year. He was in a tough field. He does have success at the distance, so, the connections, I'm sure trainer Ian Jewell expecting a little bit more today.
Yeah, as you mentioned, that was a strong field last race, and they were moving pretty quick early there. In a race he definitely looked at need. He'd been off a while. Now he comes out of his second start off that long layoff. He draws outside the main speed horse Lucky Code, and he has sat right off and run good races before. I suspect he'll probably revert to that style, and we'll see if he can improve enough to threaten at the end. He came back with a good work after that last race.
Yeah, he did win twice here last year, did Let's Go Champ, and both of those wins were at the flat mile distance. So, yeah, improvement certainly could be expected from that BC bred with Frank Alvarado. Number 4 is 40 Shades of Tiger, another horse that can do the 1 mile distance. He was beaten by these last time out. That was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and in that race, he didn't break real sharp and just didn't show his customary early speed. He has run some pretty good races up near the lead in the past. Not sure what happened last time. We'll see if he can bounce back with a good try today.
There's a look at 40 Shades of Tiger by Smiling Tiger. That sire is the leading sire of races 1 at the current meeting. And he was the leader last year as well. Smiling Tiger, 40 Shades of Tiger, trained by Sergio Perez. Adrian Castellanos aboard. He's on his toes there. He's won a mile race here this season. Number 5, Creative Union. He beat the others in that race of July 18th.
Yeah, he had a couple tough trips when he was sprinting. And then last race, he veered out at the start a little bit, lost the length, but quickly recovered, moved into contention, and then drew away from pretty much every horse but one of them in this race. Comes right back at the same price. We'll see if he can repeat.
Yeah, 2 sprints to a route on July 18th, and it worked out well for trainer Patty Leaney. He was a big winner by 4 lengths. Kevin Orozco back aboard. Creative Union heads to the track at 7-5 odds, and he is acting racy there as Orozco will get aboard. This coming up is the Happy Birthday Justin Parker purse.
Dan Harrington's call to post for the 3rd race today. It's a distance of 1 mile. The Happy Birthday Justin Parker purse. Climbing event, purse of $14,000 for 3-year-olds and upward. Make note that number 2, Bluegrass Lent, will race with blinkers on. Post time in 5 minutes.
Race number 3 upcoming at 1 mile, and some time to get in your jackpot pick 6 wager, as that carryover again has grown to over $37,000. 10-cent jackpot pick 6 starts right here. Let's head up to Tom.
Joe, a couple of big notes in this race. You just hit on one, that the 10-cent jackpot pick 6 north of 37,000. We kicked that off in this third race. And jockey Kevin Orozco is sitting on 499 career victories. Could it be 500 in this one? He's got Creative Union. We will soon find out. Third race, I'm going to give the edge to Bluegrass Lent, finishing well in a race of this type last time out, but I think Creative Union's going to make a big run of it here. Impressive score last time. I think the race goes through those two. And Let's Go Champ, second start off the layoff here. Let's Go Champ looking for a spot to do well and to shine. Frank Alvarado will pilot Let's Go Champ. I'll go 2, 5, and 3 here. We had one more note. They put the blinkers on the 2 here today. Bluegrass Lent.
Yeah.
All right, that's the way I see it. 2, 5, and 3. What say you and John?
Okay, let's hear from John Lindley.
Well, Creative Union just beat 3 of his foes here. One of them's coming in from a different race, and he did it relatively easily despite he's not the best horse out of the gate. He's always a length or 2 slow. He has a right to improve off that race, so I kind of see a similar scenario again. We'll see if he can make it 2 straight at Emerald.
Boy, he sure liked the distance on July 18th, as he had gone unplaced in a couple of sprints, but a big win for Creative Union. Lucky Code, we talk about the one post going a mile. That certainly is in his favor. It was his first route of the year. Yeah, it was same thing with Creative Union, but difference in price. I'm going to go with Lucky Code. I'm on the 1. John's on the 5. Tom's on the 2 in race 3.
And the horses have reached the starting gate. Post time for the third. Third race at a mile, the Happy Birthday Justin Parker Purse. They're joining us in the winner's circle as we get ready to run this one in your honor, Justin. Band of 5 will race off the mark here at 1 mile. Lucky Code heads to the inside spot. Now comes Bluegrass Lent. Behind those powder blue blinkers, right up to the mark. Let's Go Champ in the Win Racing colors. "40 Shades of Tiger" looks it over. 40 Shades of Tiger and Adrian Castellanos right at the gate door. They go in. Last one to go, Creative Union. Outside post, Kevin Orozco looking to make it 500 here. They step in. Starter Mark Gibson gives them the check. And runners away. Good start for Lucky Code at the inside. Bluegrass Lint was off well. They're joined by Creative Union up third from the outside. 40 Shades of Tiger from between horses with Let's Go Champ around the turn they go. Striding away, it's Lucky Code to lead it by a length. On the outside, Creative Union is poised in second by a length and a quarter. Bluegrass Lint's holding third at the rail a half. 40 Shades of Tiger kicks on next from the outside. A span of 3 or 4 back to Let's Go Champ. They take it midway up the back stretch. And Lucky Code is the leader by a length. Creative Union from the outside, racing second a half. Bluegrass Lint holding tight third at the rail by a length. Then 40 Shades of Tiger and Let's Go Champ. Around the far turn they go. First half in 46:33. The tempo quickens. Lucky Code continues to lead it. But Creative Union closing in from the outside, a closer second. Bluegrass Lint racing third. 40 Shades of Tiger and Let's Go Champ. They round the turn and run for home. Lucky Code finds renewed ambition and opens up once again for the final furlong. Clear by 3. Creative Union chasing to no avail, and Bluegrass Lint, it's all Lucky Code in a runaway. Lucky Code to win it by a half dozen. The race for second between Bluegrass Lint, then Creative Union. Let's Go Champ and 40 Shades of Tiger. Time for the mile, 1:37 and 5/100. Order of finish on the board. First, number 1, Lucky Code. Second was number 2, Bluegrass Lint. Third, number 5, Creative Union. And fourth, number 3, Let's Go Champ. Results are official. Running time for the mile, 1:37 and 5/100. The third race today, the Happy Birthday Justin Parker Purse. In the Michelob Ultra Winner's Circle, it's Lucky Code. He's owned by Freebrook Racing, LLC, trained by Scott Freedom. Ridden to victory by Blake Nunley. Lucky Code's a 6-year-old bay gelding by Honor Code from Lucky Nancy E. She was sired by Disco Rico. Bred in New York by Patricia Generazio. Here's a look at the prices for the third race. Winner number 1, Lucky Code, $9.34 to win, $4.42 to place, $2.82 to show. Number 2, Bluegrass Lent, $3.70 to place, $2.48 to show. Number 5, Creative Union, $2.38 to show. Winning Exacta, $10.92. The rolling double returns $67.94. 50-cent trifecta, $14.86. 10-cent super, $4.65. 50-cent pick 3, $72.74. And race fans, it's time for the Muckleshoot Casino Owner of the Week Award. That honor goes to Woodway Stable and Charlie Essex, winner of the $24,000 FTF starter allowance with Back to Liberty. A 6-year-old gelding claimed for $8,000 in just his previous start. Tip of the hat to Woodway Stable and trainer Charlie Essex. The Los Margs Cafe Groom of the Week honor goes to Pedro Martinez of the Mike Pewich Stable, grooming 9-year-old background, winner of last Sunday's featured race. Congratulations to Pedro Martinez. Looking ahead to the fourth race today, the Bud Light Purse at 5 furlongs. Number 1, Out Till Midnight, will carry 1 pound over. Number 2, Express Girl, will carry 2 pounds over. Number 3, She's a Lethal One, has been scratched. Scratch. Number 3, She's a Lethal One. Number 5, Spicy Coronita, will carry 3 pounds over. Number 5, Spicy Corona Rita, will carry 3 pounds over. Post time for the fourth race, coming up at 3:19, 20 minutes until post time. Fans, don't forget Breakfast at the Wire returns on 2 big days, Saturday, August the 8th, and Saturday, August the 15th, from 9 to 10:30 a.m. It'll be held near the Paddock Grill. Admission is free, plus you receive a free breakfast item. Don't miss Breakfast at the Wire. And a reminder, our final family fun weekend of the summer is coming up August 8th and 9th. We'll have free pony rides, face painting, bounce houses, and sidewalk chalk. Plus, on Sunday, August the 9th, we'll have a kids race on the track. Family fun weekend, the final one of the summer, August 8th and 9th.
Coming up on the 4th here at Emerald Downs, in fact, the 4th and the 5th, a couple of maiden races for the 2-year-olds. Fillies in this race, 2-year-old maiden fillies sprinting 5 furlongs. Scratch number 3, we have 2 first-time starters, which is fairly common. Number 1, Out Till Midnight, is a first-time runner. Number 5, Spicy Corona Rita, a first-time starter as well. So, chance for some juveniles to get out and shine. We'll have a couple of 2-year-old stakes races on Mile Day, Championship Sunday. 6 stakes that day.
Yeah, that last 6 stake day was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We'll hopefully repeat it here in a couple weeks.
Yep. Long Acres Mile, Championship Sunday, August 16th. Again, breakfast at the Wire next Saturday and the following Saturday, August 8th and 15th, 9 a.m. morning workout show. There's the 1, and she is on her toes. That is Out Till Midnight, a first-time starter from trainer Coco Patino. This is a daughter of Outlash, who's sired by Unbridled Song, out of an In Excess mare we know winning in fashion from the Northwest. She won 5 stakes at Portland Meadows, and her previous foal to race, Win Any Way You Can, has won a couple of times. So this is her second foal, winning in fashion. 47-2 gate work just last weekend, John.
Yeah, it looks well prepared for this race, and as you mentioned, that's a nice gate workout, drawing the 1 hole. She is bred to have some early speed. Now, this barn has started 10 2-year-olds since I've kept records of them, and they have won with 1 of them in 2024. They're 0 for 9 with 3-year-olds and up, by the way. But so we know that this barn has won with them before, and as you mentioned, given a good appearance in the paddock and a good gate workout.
There she is, Out Till Midnight. Kevin Orozco to ride for Coco Patino. First-time starter. This is a maiden claiming race. Maiden claiming price $25,000 or $20,000. Field of 5 in here. Scratch number 3. Number 2 is Express Girl, and she's had a start. Vince Gibson runner by Jersey Town. Multiple horse finish in that maiden race 2 weeks ago, and she was beaten just 3/4 of a length.
Yeah, and I had her breaking just a little slow. Not terrible, a little slow, but as you mentioned, finished strongly. Now, there was a pretty hot pace duel that developed that day, and the closers were running, and they didn't catch the horse that was on the lead that day, but still, every right to improve off of that race here. Just this barn tends to race them in shape also, so a second is a pretty good positive for them.
Yeah, good effort by Express Girl. She was right in there in that 4-horse blanket finish right there at the end. So she comes back in a couple of weeks. Silvio Amador, our leading rider, is aboard Express Girl by Jersey Town, who was a Grade 1 winner and also a runner-up in the Long Acres Mile, to Noosa Beach. So he's been a sire for a while. Scratch the 3. 4 there, St. Indy. Wow. She was impressive in that last 1/8 of a mile.
Yeah, I had her breaking a length and a half slow that day, and it looked like she had no chance. And in the last 16th of a mile, it looked like she might win the race, and that was a big stretch run by her. It was her second lifetime start, but she still had a big gap between April and July, so she has a right to improve. And she also looks great in the paddock today.
There she is, start number 3 for her. She had a race at Turf Paradise back in April. Finished well back behind Caps and Carnage, and we know he is legit. He's 4 for 4. Yeah, big race, big second start for St. Indy. She is a younger sister of St. Benji, who's having a good 3-year-old season in the Southwest. Blake Nunnally's aboard St. Indy for Howie Gibson. There's the 5, Spicy Corona Rita by Coast Guard out of Perfect Promise. The Dam won 4 of 14, and this is a full sister to I'm a Margarita Girl, who was our top 3-year-old filly last year.
Yeah, and this horse was working at Pegasus back in April and May, then had a little bit of a gap, but then it came to Emerald and showed some really good works, including a 46-1 from the gate workout, and we know our Margarita Girl has speed, and this one might also.
Yeah, the Dam there, Perfect Promise, won twice here and twice in Phoenix. Melissa Ledford runner Alex Cruz aboard for her first race, Spicy Corona Rita. Just Mo Money on the outside for Steve Bullock. His barn's been going great. The Dam Bay Street Beauty is 2 for 2 as a producer. Blinkers off for her second career start. And Lenny Cicheron up. 5 to the track for race 4.
Horses are on the track for the 4th race today. The 4th race, a distance of 5 furlongs. It is the Bud Light Purse. Maiden claiming event, purse of $16,000. It's for maiden 2-year-old fillies. Reminder that number 3, She's a Lethal One, has been scratched. And a reminder that number 6, Just Mo Money, will race without blinkers. No blinkers for number 6. Post time coming up in 5 minutes.
Race number 4 at Emerald Downs starts our 50-cent pick 5 wager. Races 4 through 8. And we've got 2-year-old maiden fillies in here. A couple of first-time starters. Number 1, Out Till Midnight. And number 5, Spicy Corona Rita. And St. Indy has possible favoritism. Well, Express Girl coming out of the same race. They look to be going off pretty close together odds-wise when it comes post time. We'll see who us three have our leans toward, and let's go up to track announcer Tom Harris.
Joe, looking at the tote board right now, St. Indy, number 4, even money in the wagering. That's who I'm going to lean towards. St. Indy, Blake Nunley winning the last race. He's got the call here This one just missed the last time out against much the same type. Starter of 2 overall. One of her races was down at Turf Paradise. That was her debut run, and she raced with little variation in that one, but a learning experience. Came to Emerald and really shined down the stretch at this distance of 5 furlongs. I think if she reaches back and finds that effort here today, she's going to be really tough. So St. Indy for me on top. I go 4, 5, and 2 in this 4th race.
4-5-2, St. Indy, yeah. Very impressive finish, came up just a head short in that maiden race of 2 weeks ago. John Lindley.
He had a nice pick in the last race, gone kind of against the grain in the sense that, you know, a horse that had been beaten by 2 of them, but came back and dominated the field. That was pretty nice, especially into the first turn. You had to feel pretty good.
You remind me about that one post going a mile often, and it worked out for Lucky Code, that's for sure.
Yeah, he broke sharp today and was able to take command early, and that's always a big positive going into that turn, as we've talked many times. We'll talk about it later when we get to Sluice Tiz Whiz Race. I'm going to go with the first-time starter here. As you mentioned, you know, this horse is bred to be quick early, and we'll see if she is, but she has a nice workout pattern. Hopefully she has some early speed, and maybe she can make her first start a winning start.
Okay, yeah. Spicy Corona Rita by Coast Guard out of a winning and producing mare. This is a full sister to I'm a Margarita Girl. Of course, that second dam, Creme, has produced winners at Emerald Downs for years and years. Creme had 8 runners and 8 winners in her production career. So John's on the 5, Tom's on the 4. I'm going to go St. Indy as well. She was just so impressive with that late speed, and you know, maybe a little better start from her might be needed, but that's certainly possible as well. So Tom and I on the 4, John's on the 5 in the 4th.
And the horses have reached the starting gate. Post time for the 4th. Express Girl, first one to go in. Here comes St. Indy, currently 7-5 in the wagering. Spicy Corona Rita will be right alongside, and she's garnering attention at 2-1 currently. Out Till Midnight heads to the inside post. Jess Mo Money on the outside. And they're in. And the runners away. Express Girl broke sharply and goes right out to the front. Spicy Corona Rita picks up the running on the outside, second by 2. Out Till Midnight follows at the rail. St. Indy from between horses. There goes Jess Mo Money. Now moving up into third as they take it into the far turn. The 2 leaders move as one. Spicy Corona Rita from the outside, a nose in front to Express Girl at the rail. They've a quarter mile to go back third. Jess Mo Money is next. They run to the top of the stretch. Spicy Corona Rita kicks off the turn in front now as they take it to the final furlong. And out front, it is Spicy Corona Rita opening daylight on the field. Jesmo Money's a distant second, but Spicy Corona Rita by a city block. Jesmo Money was in there second, St. Indy third, Express Girl followed, and out till midnight. Running time of the race, 58 and 29 100ths. Your attention, trainer Frank Lucarelli. Contact the claims clerk, please. Unofficial order of finish on the board. Finishing first, it's number 5, Spicy Corona Rita. Second was number 6, Jesmo Money. Third, number 4, St. Indy. And fourth, number 2, Express Girl. Those results are now official. Running time of the race, 58 and 29 100ths. The fourth race today, the Bud Light Purse. Into the Michelob Ultra Winners Circle, it's Spicy Corona Rita. She's owned by Steve Haar and John Perry. The winning trainer, Melissa Ledford. That's a riding triple today for jockey Alex Cruz. Spicy Corona Rita, a 2-year-old dark bay or brown filly by Coast Guard. From Perfect Promise, she was sired by Abrage. Bred here in Washington by Steve Haar and John Perry. Here's a look at the prices for the fourth race. Winner number 5, Spicy Corona Rita. $6.48 to win, $3.46 to place, $2.78 to show. Number 6, Jesmo Money, $5.58 to place, $3.34 to show. Number 4, St. Indy third, $2.24 to show. The Exacta, $21.87. The Rolling Double, $16.14. 50-cent Trifecta, $22.87. The 10-cent Super worth $8.74. And the Pick 3, $116.15. The early Pick 4 today returns $417.71. And there was a claim in the fourth race. The winner, number 5, Spicy Corona Rita, was claimed. The new owner, Karen Clark, Jerry Ackerman, and T-Val Racing LLC. The new trainer, Frank Lucarelli. Number 5, Spicy Corona Rita, claimed out of the fourth race. Coming up, the fifth race today, a distance of 5 1/2 furlongs. Number 3, Riker's Heat, will carry 1 pound over. Number 5, Cracking Up, to carry 1 pound over. Number 6, Cape Royal, 1 pound over. Post time for the fifth race at 3:51. 22 minutes until post time. Race fans, be sure to visit the park area for the Beer and Food Truck Festival. That's going on right now. There's delicious food, beer specials, live music with the Brian Ney Band. The festival continues tomorrow, plus we will have the return of the Running of the Rainiers race on the track here at Emerald Downs. That's tomorrow as well. Make plans to join us. Post time tomorrow's 1:50. Still plenty of time to enjoy the Beer and Food Truck Festival today. Fans, don't forget you can be a VIP for a day. Tomorrow we're having a suite party. Enjoy a day in our 6th floor suites with the best views of the races and Mount Rainier. Lunch will feature our chef's favorite selections. You must be 21 years of age or older. Only 60 tickets are available, just $65 per person. That includes admission, program, tip sheet, and lunch buffet. All taxes and services are included. Only a few spots remain. Get your tickets at EmeraldDowns.com.
Coming up on race number 5 at Emerald Downs, and more 2-year-olds. Maiden special weight conditions here, no claiming. And Colts and Geldings this time in the 5th race after that outstanding performance by Spicy Corona Rita, the filly, in the 4th. Corey Delp, assistant trainer with Blaine Wright, has saddled Kraken Up for his 2nd career start. And I know he was favored in his debut, which a lot of Blaine Wright horses are. Corey, I noticed you saddled him a little away from the other horses.
Yeah, the first time we ran him, he got a little worked up, so we thought we'd keep him down on the end where it was a little bit more quiet. Today, he was really good. He's been training good coming into the race. He's calmed down. We'll see if we can get her done today.
Yeah, he the ability level seems to be up there. He's out of that mare, Great Mom, who, she puts a little pressure on you guys because she's had so many winners and a lot of 2-year-old winners. But you like his ability level?
I do. The first race, he got pinched out of the gate pretty good. Took some dirt, wasn't sure about it. Made a good run down the lane. He's had a couple good workouts, so we'll see if we can keep it going.
Yeah, you bet. Kraken Up, number 5, 2nd-time starter Kevin Krieger aboard for the Blaine Wright barn. And, of course, the track's top horse, let's put Aloha Breeze in there as well. But on the other side, See That Tiger has been tremendous. He's won 7 of 8 sprints in his career. Big win in the Governors. You got another opportunity in a couple weeks, a race called the Long Acres Mile. How'd he come out of the Governors?
He come out really good. He's sharp. He's training good. We'll see if he can get the mile. I think he'll be all right. It's a lot of pressure, but we'll see.
Yeah, he has been tremendous. It's nice to work with a horse like that. And, with his speed, stakes winner all 3 years of competition. Good luck in here, and we'll be seeing you in the next few weeks, Corey.
Thanks, Joe.
Corey Delp, assistant trainer to Blaine Wright. Kraken Up is a 2nd-time starter in here, and he has morning line favoritism and currently co-favored right now with Got the Riz, the outside runner from the Tom Wenzel barn. And speaking of 2-year-old success, John Lindley, the Tom Wenzel barn, they've had 4 of the last 5 Gottstein Futurity winners. And this one has some things to talk about on both sides of the pedigree.
Yeah, no doubt. They've done extremely well. They had a great, when we had 6 stakes races, they won 3 of them. So obviously the connections are riding high this year. And drawing that outside post, and definitely bred to have some early speed, a lot of positives for him.
Yeah, he is by Epicenter, a good young stallion, and LaGrange was a stakes winner from Limited Opportunities and also a producing mare. In fact, Lloyd's Logic was an awful good 2-year-old for the barn.
Yeah, and I talked to the bloodstock agent and was kind of surprised that it went for the price it did, but they're looking forward to seeing them run, and I'm sure that outside draw is a big plus for them today too.
Well, John Lindley, my guest here, is part owner, sole owner of Bold Action Bow. I think you have some partners, but this is the son of Bolt de Oro, who has really been a fine stallion. He was an excellent racehorse as well.
Yeah, he ended up running 2nd in the Santa Anita Derby, and he ran 3rd in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. And, this horse here, he's been training really well. He's bred to do a little better at the longer distances, but we got to get him started somewhere. And like every 2-year-old, we're looking forward to seeing him run.
Frank Lucarelli, good luck, John, with Bolt Action Bow. Isaias Enriquez up. 2 is a first-time starter as well. By Straight Fire, who stands at Pabst Blue Ribbon Farm now. And Straight Fire actually had our sales topper at the WTBOA event last August. Straight Fire here in this state. Joe Toy runner with Alex Anaya. A few have started, including Riker's Heat from Sergio Perez. Didn't show a whole lot in his career debut.
Yeah, you look at the horses that have run, and actually the one that really didn't get the best of trips was Kraken Up, the horse you talked about earlier, and just hopped at the start, was bumped around and crowded, and then was a little wide into the turn. But Rikers, he ran okay along the rail and was, an even race there, and a lot of times they're going to improve clearly in their second start, which we see happen quite often. Yeah,
he was in, a few colts were in against Matty going coastal in that first career start for her in which she won by over 6 lengths. School of Hard Knocks is a second-time starter, had the 1 hole in his debut.
Yeah, in that race, I had him breaking a length slow, and then he angled out to being 6 wide late, but also finished well. And this barn does tend to race him into shape, so another horse that should improve dramatically his second start.
Yep, something to work on for sure. A School of Hard Knocks by Barkley out of Irene's Bonus Baby, who is another perfect producer. And then there's Cracking Up, Coast Guard, the sire, as he just was responsible for the male side of Spicy Corona Rita, that super impressive winner of race 4, a filly, and Great Mom, as we mentioned. She has been tremendous. And we're looking for second out improvement. I know connections are.
As we talked about, this horse did not get a good start last time. Came back with 2 gate workouts. Obviously, the connections are going to get him out of the gate cleanly. I bet he'll probably lead out of the gate, just the fact that he's had that experience and showed that early speed in his first start.
He was favored in his debut, and Kevin Krieger back up for Blaine Wright as the Colts and Geldings come out into the walking ring. Cape Royal is the 6 for trainer David Martinez by Barkley out of Cape Grace. Hasn't shown much early speed as of yet, but did run into Caps and Carnage last time out.
Yeah, that was nobody was beating that horse that day. And today he moves outside. He's been stuck inside. Sometimes when they're outside, they get to relax a little bit. We'll see if he can improve.
And Got the Riz on the outside. Again, the wagering early on centered around Cracking Up the 5 and Got the Riz the 7, the Tom Wenzel first-time starter, and the Dam LaGrange. Again, she ran only 3 times, but won a stake at Hastings. 3 of her 5 foals to race have won. And Epicenter, he was the favorite in the Kentucky Derby in his 3-year-old year, and he's doing fine as a young stallion.
Yeah, as we talked about, this horse is bred to have some talent and drawing that outside, and goes for a barn that's had a great run of 2-year-olds for a number of years.
Indeed. Okay. Bold Action Bow, the 1. It's a field of 7. Maiden special weight conditions. 2-year-old Colts and Geldings ready to head to the track for race 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, late overweights in this 5th race. Number 2, Inclusion Matters, will now carry 2 pounds over. And for number 7, Got the Riz, now to carry 1 pound over. Those are late overweights. Horses on the track for the 5th race today. The 5th race, a distance of 5 1/2 furlongs. It is the Michelob Ultra Purse. Maiden special weight event, purse of $23,000. It brings out maiden 2-year-olds. Post time coming up in 5 minutes.
Race number 5 at Emerald Downs, maiden special weight conditions. 2-year-old colts and geldings, and we saw a very impressive career debut in the 4th race. The filly Spicy Corona Rita with a huge victory. We've got 3 more first-time starters here in race 5. The first leg in our late pick 4. Let's head up to Tom.
That's right, Joe. Maybe some of the stars of tomorrow we're looking at here today, possibly. In this one, I'm going to go to School of Hard Knocks, who has only had that one start, but not many of these have any starts in this race. But School of Hard Knocks posted a nice gradual third placing at 5 furlong, stretches out just a little bit to 5.5. And that was despite being fanned 6 wide in the race. So, he showed a lot of gumption, if you will, in that race for kind of being able to gather up and come back at them. So, nice run by School of Hard Knocks. I'll put that one on top. Got the Riz, good work, strong connections. You always have to give a second look when you've got George Tadaro and trainer Tom Wenzel on the program. So got the Riz on the outside, well-bred sort by Epicenter, and Cape Royal to round out my top 3. Cape Royal steps out of Stakes Company to meet these here today, was in the King County Express. Although it be a distant run, still squared off against really tough competition in the likes of undefeated Caps and Carnage, the winner of that race. So this one shapes up to be an interesting contest. I go 4, 7, and 6 here in the 5th.
Okay, School of Hard Knocks, second-time starter, just beaten 2 lengths in his debut. Let's hear from John.
I'll go with a different second-time starter, Cracking Up, as we talked about. He was favored in his debut. Did not get out of the gate cleanly at all and was crowded and just wasn't able to get untracked after that. Came back with 2 really nice gate workouts. We'll see if he can improve in his second race.
Yeah, it looks like he's set up for a good one, just not a great experience in his debut. I'm going to try and edge him out with number 7, Got the Riz, the son of Epicenter and a good female family. Adrian Castellanos, of course, riding a lot for Tom Wenzel this year, and they're both realizing success. A Wenzel first-time starter. I'm on the 7. John's on the 5. Tom's on the 4 here in the 5th.
And the horses have reached the starting gate. Post time for the 5th. Field set to load for the Michelob Ultra Purse and Bolt Action Bow, the first one to go in. Here comes Inclusion Matters, one off the rail. Riker's Heat will be the next one. Riker's Heat cautiously steps in. Here comes School of Hard Knocks. Now Cracking Up, 2 from the outside. Cape Royal the next. Got the Riz outside post. Last one. in the gate. And runners away. Good start for Rikers Heat, who jumped away smartly, but it's Bolt Action Bo who takes off from the rail. School of Hard Knocks is in the early chase and got the Riz up on the far outside, 4 off the rail. Inclusion Matters finds room along the inside now, span of 3. Cape Royale's at the tell. Up within the pack, Cracking Up is up in there, and the lead pack as well. They take it around the turn, and Bolt Action Bo has the lead by a length. Cracking Up in stride with School of Hard Knocks. Inclusion Matters tucked away at the rail. Got the Riz. Will have to circle up to the outside with a quarter mile to go. They run to the top of the stretch. Bolt Action Bo first off the turn, a length to the good. Cracking Up is in pursuit. Got the Riz on the outsides in the clear and comes to challenge in the final 200 yards. Bolt Action Bo, but here comes Got the Riz on the outside. A driving finish. Bolt Action Bo hangs on to win it by a length. Got the Riz was second, Cracking Up third. Cape Royal followed. School of Hard Knocks, Inclusion Matters, and Rikers Heat. Time of the race, 1:04 and 53 100ths. Unofficial order of finish on the board. First came number 1, Bolt Action Bo. Second was number 7, Got the Riz. Third, number 5, Cracking Up. And fourth, number 6, Cape Royal. Results are official. The official winner, number 1, Bolt Action Bo. Running time of the race, 1:04 and 53 100ths. The 5th race today was the Michelob Ultra Purse. Into the Michelob Ultra winner's circle, it's Bolt Action Bo. He's owned by Greener Pastures Stables, trained by Frank Lucarelli, ridden to victory by Isaias Enriquez. Bolt Action Bo's a 2-year-old bay gelding by Bolt de Oro. From Noble Beauty, she was sired by Kitten's Joy. Bred in Kentucky by Scott and Debbie Pierce. Look at the prices for the fifth race. Long shot winner number 1, Bolt Action Bow. $26.38 to win, $11.86 to place, $4.54 on the show ticket. Number 7, Got the Riz, the runner-up, $7.74 to place, $3.80 on the show. Third came number 5, Cracking Up, $2.18 to show. Winning exacta, $67.72. The rolling double worth $60.66. The 50-cent trifecta paid $81.17. 10-cent super, $96.47. Winning pick 3, $88.32. Coming up, the sixth race today, the Elysian Brewing Purse at 6 furlongs. Number 4, Wave with Envy, has been scratched. Scratch. Number 4, Wave with Envy. Number 7, Chris's Gold, has a recent workout not listed in the track program or the daily racing form. That workout here at Emerald Downs on July 27th. 3 furlongs on the fast track. The time was 36-1, breezing. Again, that workout does not appear in the track program or the daily racing form for number 7, Chris's Gold. Number 8, Coastal Journey, a change of rider. His jockey will be Alyssa Morales, 4 pounds over. Alyssa Morales, 4 over to ride. Number 8, Coastal Journey. Post time for the sixth race, coming up at 4:22, just over 20 minutes until post time. Hey fans, last night was our final Fab Friday night of the season, but not the end of Fab Friday fun. Starting Saturday, August the 8th, all your favorite Fab Friday specials will move to Super Saturday, including free admission with your Fab Friday shirt and the $1,000 horseshoe toss. Don't miss it, Super Saturday coming up August 8th. And a reminder, Breakfast at the Wire returns on Saturday, August the 8th. Also on August the 15th, from 9 to 10:30 a.m. It'll be conducted near the Paddock Grill. Admission is free, plus you receive a free breakfast item. Don't miss Breakfast at the Wire, Saturday, August 8th and Saturday, August 15th.
Coming up on race number 6 is, okay, keep that smile going, John Lindley.
Every
Am
race.
I right?
We're at the track.
Yeah, you do a smile, but your first time starter when your partners had a great result there, Bolt Action Bow, with that victory in the 5th race, and popped right out of the gate, and it was just all good all the way around.
Yeah, honestly, it was unexpected. I thought he would, do better at the longer distances, but he broke running today and was able to hang on for a win there, and we're looking forward to hopefully his next start, which may be the Godstein. We'll see.
That is awesome. Greener Pastures Stable gets a first-time starter winner in race 5, so a couple impressive career debuts here among the 2-year-olds. Spicy Corona Rita and Bolt Action Bow both win at first asking in our 2-year-old races today. 6, 7, and 8 remaining, and of course our 7th race today, highly anticipated field. Many of the runners undoubtedly are going to be nominated to the Long Acres Mile, headed by Slew's Tiz Whiz. Before that, the 6th race, and we're looking at Eddie Coyle, and he is taken to the racing game. He has a win and a second, and he wasn't beaten far in his second career start. That was about 4 weeks ago, second at 15,000. He's back in for that tag today. So all good for the one, John.
Yeah, he's done nothing wrong in his career. He ran a very professional first race to break his maiden and came back with a solid second after getting a nice stalking trip. He does draw the 1 hole today, so we'll see if he can get out of the gate and get some position early, but he's lightly raced, has every right to keep improving, and goes for a barn, is having a great meet.
Yep, Tim McCanna barn winning at 34% entering this week, and Eddie Coyle has already outrun Oneonta, who's number 5 in here. And that horse is on good form as well. Eddie Coyle beat him in his Eddie Coyle's career debut. Eddie Coyle, Kevin Krieger. Krieger was up for the career debut and maiden victory. A field of 7 here in the 6th race. Number 2 there is Kiss the Tiger from the Blaine Wright barn. And this horse we did see at Emerald Downs last year. He is the son of Smiling Tiger, who's coming in from the Oregon Fairs, and he's coming in on good form in those races.
Yeah, as you mentioned, last year he didn't show too much at Emerald Downs. Of course, one of them was in a stakes race, and I think he just ran into some little tougher fields than he was running against today. Now, he does come in sharp. It's interesting, we read the comments, lost irons, which you don't see too often. The horse loses irons and comes back on. I wasn't able to watch the video for the race, but he has good tactical speed. He did do good in maiden special weight company back at Emerald in 2024, and also they thought enough of him to run in the stakes. So we'll see if he can what he does coming into this race today. He's a Smiling Tiger. We always respect those.
Yes, indeed. And yeah, I did hear about the Cayman McGregor victory aboard him at Prineville there in mid-July, losing his irons and able to stay in control and get a win. So Kiss the Tiger back at Emerald Downs, fresh off 2 out of 3 down in Oregon. Number 3, Whiskey Then Wine. Whiskey Then Wine broke his maiden at Emerald Downs back in May, off a little bit of a break. Well, he'd only had 1 race at Turf Paradise earlier this year. And he was favored in that Swift Stephan win over Eddie Coyle. Wasn't beaten all that far in that race. You got to comment on that effort?
You know, he had a good trip. He had the rail angled out and was just kind of ran evenly in the stretch, and Eddie Coyle outran him there. And as you mentioned, he broke his maiden. He was kind of impressive in that race. And then his first try against Winters, he ran evenly, and then on the 21st, he was wide against Tobias. But I thought he would have run a little better last time, but he did improve. We'll see if he can continue to improve. He's going to have to.
Whiskey Then Wine from trainer Debbie Peary. Blake Nunnally is the rider today. Again, a field of 7, the start of our last pick 3 here on Saturday. Racing tomorrow, 9 races beginning at 150. There's the 3, Chestnut by Tapiture. Scratch the 4. Number 5 is Oneonta. And kind of like Eddie Coyle, only 4 starts instead of the 2 that Eddie Coyle has. They've all been good races.
You know, in his last start, there was a big heavy favorite in Tiger Sun, who we're going to see later today. And in that race, Tiger Sun came up to him, and this horse said, "No, you're not winning today," and drew off at the end. Lightly raced horse with good tactical speed. He's been claimed a couple times. He is jumping up a bit here, and there's a little tougher company, but he's done nothing wrong in his career.
Oneonta, trained by Howard Gibson, claimed back by Gibson, who did lose him in his second career start. Oneonta claimed out of that maiden victory in June. Again, 2 wins, a second and a third from 4. And he's going to try and match up with Eddie Coyle again. Talia Taimantois has been his regular rider. He's back up on the 5. Number 6 is Mo Gray, and we're talking sharp horses. He's right in there.
Man, he has done nothing wrong. Last race he got bet down just a little bit below 4 to 5, but he dominated the field there. Now the final time wasn't, fastest, but he didn't need to run any faster.
No.
He's already out by a fair amount. He has good tactical speed, draws outside again, does go for a new barn, but we'll see if he can make it 2 straight and 3 wins this year at Emerald.
2 wins, 2 seconds for Mo Gray in 4 starts here. And both his losses, he was right there in the photo. So Mo Gray, a son of Yaupon, another contender in here, claimed and now in the barn of Charles Essex. Silvio Amador has both victories that Mo Gray has in his career, both here this year. Chris's Gold, the 7 for Patty Leaney, coming off a win. It's a maiden victory. It took him a while, but how about 11 out of 14 in the top 3?
Yeah, it's interesting at Hastings Park last year, he was favored in a bunch of races, and he kept trying. And we've seen horses like this, but maybe when he figured out how to win a race, he's like, okay, I'm going to keep running back to it. We'll see if he can double up here.
7 is Chris's Gold with Alex Cruz aboard. Cruz has been bringing horses in at a nice rate the last couple weeks. Couple wins today. Coastal Journey on the outside. Note the rider change. Alyssa Morales aboard, and he popped the gate in his career debut last year. He hasn't hit the board in 4 races since. He's kept excellent competition. This post might help.
Yeah, he's been chasing some pretty hot paces against a little tougher company, and as you mentioned, he draws outside again, which he had in his last start, but he does have good tactical speed. The drop in price, we'll see if it can help him.
Little drop for trainer DJ McPhee and the rider again, Alyssa Morales, as we head to the track for race 6.
The horses are on the track for the 6th race today. It's the Elysian Brewing Purse at 6 furlongs. A claiming event, purse of $13,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upward. Reminder that number 4, Wave with Envy, has been scratched. And note the rider change for number 8, Coastal Journey. His pilot now Alyssa Morales. Post time coming up in less than 5 minutes.
Race number 6 at Emerald Downs is coming up. It's a 6-furlong sprint for actually 3 and 4-year-olds. They're all Coulter geldings. Alyssa Morales aboard number 8, Coastal Journey. Scratch the 4. Start of our last pick 3. Pick 3 has that excellent takeout 12% figure. So pick 3s sending the money back in the direction of winning wagerers. Let's head up to